What's up, Yins? This week on Car Dad Bill, we have a 2022 Lincoln Navigator 4x4 Reserve Edition. So this has lots of fanciness in it. It's got the 4 seats, so it has the front 2 massaging seats, and then it has the back 2 massaging seats. And then there's a third row behind that with 3 seats in that. So it's a 7-passenger, full-size SUV. Let's go for a ride. All right, guys, first impression of the Navigator has to be sheer size and luxury, right? So as soon as we got this, I took my boys to hockey practice, and they jumped in it, and we were driving down the road, and both of my boys were like, "Dad, this thing is unbelievable." And sure enough, it really is. It has all of the gadgets you would want in this thing and more. And then the seats massage on top of that. So you have panoramic roof, you have wood grain and piano black finishes everywhere. You have leather wrapped stuff. You have a cushy, soft, quiet ride, heated steering wheel, and then you have good, smooth power from the 3.5 liter twin turbo, which I love and I have in my 18 Expedition as well. But let's get to the review. All right, Jen, standing outside the Navigator, look at this beast, right? Navigator badge on the side. Look at this gigantic inset grille, enormous. And it has there's actually a backlight that lights this up on the inside. Dual beam projector, LED headlights, Navigator logo on the side. Really sharp stance. This is the short wheelbase, so it doesn't have the extended back. This is actually the normal size. Black wheels. I definitely like the flat tail light, and when at nighttime, this is all lit up across the back, straight across. These are actually the lights that light up when you hit the brake. Your reverse lights. Just an overall clean, straight lines all the way around. Flat back. There's a bumper, but it's still kind of muted. And then your hitch is actually below, underneath that cover. It's just a really nice looking, sleek, executive style SUV. Let's go inside and take a look. Jens, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that now. More videos coming, more new cars coming. If you guys have comments, suggestions, cars you want to see, let me know in the comments. Thanks so much. Now here, ladies and gentlemen, is where the magic happens. And it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, just look at all the finishes. Look at all the refinement. Look at all the stuff. Look at the door panel. Look at all the different materials on the door panel. The speaker grills all the way up to the seat adjustments and the door handle. And then you have layered leather, wood, leather. The wood grain is just gorgeous. I love the screen of how it sits like that. Your vents below it. Your HVAC, dedicated HVAC. Your gear selection has been completely removed from the traditional sense, and it's all now located up here. Good size area for charging phones and plugs and having your wallet in there and all kinds of stuff. I put the keys up here and a cup holder for your normal bottles. Drive mode selection, and then your actual armrest has wood grain in between, but then you have like the armrest while you're driving. And then back there, we'll take a look here shortly, but is ridiculous. But yeah, this is a touchscreen for all your different sources and for your navigation, your CarPlay, your apps, all the different features. They're all right here. You can split the screen. Everything's touch sensitive, and it's not bad touch. I do like up here though, in the instrument display up here, the RPM gauge. Look at the little animation that happens underneath that. I really like how that works, and it goes on both sides as well. So if you're on the speed side, that does it as well. That needle, everything in the middle is adjusted by the stuff up here. You have your different settings, your heads-up display, your audio settings, and then over here you have all of your cruise control settings, your active glide, as they say. And like, look how Lincoln does all of their different trim levels. All of them have different trim accessories around things. Look, you know you're an expensive vehicle if this is what your seat adjustment looks like. It's kind of after like the Mercedes-Benz setup on the door and not down by the bottom. And it's just filled with stuff, and it looks great, and it's luxurious, and they did a good job. Bravo. Let's get in the back. Getting in and out, you have the automatic running boards. So anytime you walk up to the vehicle and open the same materials, same stuff in the back. And then look at these seats. This is what the kids had to deal with back here this week. They had to put their butts in these unbelievably luxurious seats, and they have connectivity back here. There's a remote control somewhere that you can plug in, or you can use to control the screens, and then there's actually Fire Stick capabilities with Amazon, so you can have movies and whatnot while you're driving. Not the best setup for my family because I can't fit everybody in here with that, not having that middle seat, but for a week of luxury, this is what they got to deal with. And you can control the stuff from back here, from the screen here, and it's really just one of those things. The kids learn how to do it quickly because they play with this stuff all the time. Now, in the back, so on this side, you have the actual hitch, and then on this side, there's a little picture of the glass. So you can still open the glass up if you wanted to. Now I left this stuff in there. Third row is down, and I can fit hockey bags, baseball stuff, cleats, all that good stuff. I'm going to actually lift the third row up and show you what it looks like. All right, so now I put the bigger side of the third row up. I'm gonna have to sneak this hockey bag in when I shut the hatch to close everything. But I got the baseball equipment and everything is in here. So what you gotta do is you gotta make sure it stays there, and then you gotta just push it. And now we have everything in there with the third row up, half of it up. Jens, before we get on the road, I got some details, specifications, the Monroney, but it's not really the Monroney. It's not for sale. It doesn't have the price on this one, but it does have all the options, and it has the reserve options, the reserve package options. But regardless, Lincoln Navigator Reserve, twin turbo 3.5 liter V6, 10-speed automatic transmission, power, 440 horsepower, 510 pound-feet of torque, 510 pound-feet of torque in this SUV. That is plenty of power and more than enough, and you're gonna love it. The 10-speed automatic in this one is similar to the one that's in my Expedition Max, but I feel like this one behaves a lot better. It's a lot smoother, it's more refined, and it knows what gear to be in when you're driving down the road. So I give it a thumbs up for sure on that. The base price on this is $89,745, as tested, reserve model, sitting in it right now with these seats and all that, $102,715. Crazy expensive. The reserve package gets you the second row seats with the entertainment package. So not only does it have massaging seats in the back, it's got these screens on both sides that are enormous that I showed you before. So that adds a lot of, value to the package. It has the Co-Pilot and the Active Glide, the Co-Pilot 2.0, so it's the updated version of that, and then it has the basically like the active glide is like your adaptive cruise control, another word for that. And then you have the lit star up in the grill up front. So that's kind of a cool touch. When you walk up to the vehicle, the LED lights come on and the grill lights up, and it's pretty neat. But let's get on the road and talk about how it drives. All right, Jins, the good and the bad list. And really, there's not a ton bad when you look at a Navigator Reserve Edition, right? Like, it has everything that you really look for in a full-size SUV, luxury SUV. So the first things first, on my good list, the build quality, the power, and the smooth ride. So the smooth ride is like a double-edged sword, because most of the time when you're driving around, it is a smooth ride. There's a few times here and there where you're gonna go over some rough terrain, whether it be brick roads or just pothole-ridden roads, that this thing kind of jumps around and bounces around, and you're like this driving down the road. So that's a little bit different. But for the most part, 90% of the time, you are floating along on a cloud. You're in a Lincoln, and you know it for sure. When I say build quality, I mean all the fit and finish, where the speakers were placed, the gaps between all the different things, the layered nature of the dashboard, the leather seats, the soft leather seats. The steering is super assisted and very easy. And then you have all these different drive modes that give you different options as well. All of those things pair together to give you a supremely luxurious SUV that's very, very well equipped and very, very nice to drive. Jump into the bad list, and like, again, that's a hard one because, like I said before, there's not a ton wrong with this because you know what you're getting. I do think it's choppy over the bumps. That's probably going to be my number one thing, is it's choppy over the big bumps. And the price tag is just crazy. $102,000 for this SUV. I mean, it does have nice tech, and it has all the equipment that you want in a luxury full-size SUV. But 102 grand just doesn't make sense to me as a car dad. So I want to wrap this one up in a nice bow. 22 Lincoln Navigator Reserve. This one was given to us because another vehicle dropped out of the fleet at the last second, but it's a treat nonetheless because I haven't been in a Lincoln vehicle in a very long time. This one's a full-size vehicle. I was able to use it for hockey and whatnot during the time I had it, and it's just nice to be in something different every once in a while. I give it a thumbs up because it's a quality SUV for the price. It is the top end, not top notch, big dog on the road, and it still carries that feeling and that presence when you show up places. People still kind of respect the Lincoln Navigator nameplate, and when you show up, everyone knows it's top end. Real cars, real people, real life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.